In a rather unforeseen move, the UPDF Land Forces Commander, Lieutenant General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, has announced via his verified Twitter handle that he has retired from the army. Lieutenant General Muhoozi has described his 28-year outing in the UPDF as service in the greatest military in the world. Lieutenant General Muhoozi did not divulge further as to why he has chosen to hang his military boots in a rather impromptu way. Samuel Senono reports.
This afternoon, the Commander Land Forces Lieutenant General Muhoozi Kainerugaba announced that he is retiring from the UPDF after 28 years of service. In a tweet posted on his verified Twitter handle, General Muhoozi posted, and I quote, "After 28 years of service in my glorious military, the greatest military in the world, I am happy to announce my retirement. Me and my soldiers have achieved so much. I have only love and respect for all those great men and women that achieve greatness for Uganda every day." Muhoozi couldn't be reached for further clarification on his post, but those close to him who UBC reached out to revealed that the content was from the handle and posted by the Commander Land Forces. The UPDF also couldn't be reached for a comment on this matter. But the UPDF Act of 2005 guides officers on retirement. The Act states, and I quote, "An officer may in writing tender the resignation of his or her commission to the board, but shall not, unless otherwise ordered by the CDF, to be relieved of the duties of his or her appointment until he or she has received notification in writing of approval and his or her resignation by the board." The Act also talks about circumstances under which the Defense Council may discharge an officer or militant from the Defense Forces. Muhoozi, who personally raves about his outings in the army, was vital in the liberation of Mogadishu town in Somalia from the Al-Shabaab terrorists. He also took part in Operation Lightning Thunder in the Central African Republic in 2007, aimed at degrading the LRA rebels' stronghold, and most recently, Operation Shuja in Eastern Congo, which he has been commanding. Over the weekend, General Muhoozi gave an operation update.
Operation Shuja, which means Operation Hero. Shuja is hero in Kiswahili, has been very, very successful, very successful. We're meeting all our objectives, and we have definitely, I think we have broken the back of the enemy, but the operation continues.
In his modus operandi, Muhoozi indicated that a commander leads from the front line, and shortly after taking over office as Land Forces Commander, he toured all servicemen and women in deployment.
A commander is not one that sits in the office. Commander is somebody who goes to the field and understands what his soldiers are going through in the field. So that's why I came here.
Speculation is ripe as to why General Muhoozi has took this course of action, which has left many guessing his likely next move. Samuel Senono, UBC News.
His next move indeed, and that's where we begin our second story, where the decision by the Commander Land Forces Lieutenant General Muhoozi Kainerugaba to retire from military service has raised eyebrows, with different political players questioning the criteria. Chira Municipality Member of Parliament Semu Uganda, in an interview with UBC TV, wondered how such a big announcement can be only channeled through a social media tweet, contrary to the laws of the land. Take a watch.
Have you come across any information that the first son has retired from the army?
I have heard. I don't have official information from UPDF, but I have learned that he has personally issued a statement on his Twitter account announcing his retirement. At the beginning of every financial year, UPDF submits through the Ministry of Defense a policy statement to Parliament requesting for money to deal with retirement, because retirement goes with the packages, and they plan that this financial year we intend to retire so many colonels, so many generals, and money is provided in the budget, because on the day of retirement people are supposed to get their retirement benefit. So Muhoozi becomes the first officer to announce his retirement, and that will have far-reaching ramifications to the rest of the military officers, because what will stop Tunyefuza from announcing his retirement? You see, there are many people who have wanted to retire from the military. Tumukunde even went to court, and the court told him you cannot leave until much later when he went to repent before the president. General Sejusa wanted to leave the military in 1995, 96. They stopped him. They even went to court. Recently, he also sought to leave, but they said you can't go away. Yet, if you read the UPDF Act, if you remain at the same rank for 10 years, you automatically leave the military. Sejusa has been a general for more than 10 years, but they can't retire him. So, but of course, Sejusa is not Muhoozi, who announces his retirement from the military through informal channels. But also, all these things, you see, in the military, yes, there are many things that happen, but the president owes us an explanation. Someone he promoted just the other day and gave him a very big appointment, how comes now he's retiring and announcing his retirement? What has happened? The country must know.
Chira Municipality MP Semuju Uganda having his say there in relation to the Commander Land Forces Lieutenant General Muhoozi Kainerugaba's retirement from the army.